Well, hello everybody. Today we're here with Kanan in his beautiful home here in the Valley of Los Angeles.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us in. And you know, people don't realize that, you know, not only you're an actor, you also love to cook.
I do love to cook. I've been cooking probably since I was about, I don't know, about 15 years old.
Yeah, and you're sharing that with other people in your book, which is awesome. You have this book, it's called The Modern Gentleman. And this came out about a year ago, right?
Right.
And it's on the market now?
It is on the market now, and it's you know, it's a fun book. It's kind of a hybrid. It's 50% a book about cooking, setting up your kitchen, you know, sort of an introduction to all the things you need to know about the culinary arts. But it's also a book for guys to be better guys, sort of recapturing the idea of being a gentleman. And I think there's some really interesting stuff that you don't find in the average cookbook.
Awesome. And I know you've been into martial arts your whole life as well, just as I have. And
right,
a big part of that is knowing how to handle yourself and having the confidence.
Absolutely. And you know, there's one thing I say in my book. There's a chapter called The Modern Gentleman Defends Himself. And I'm a big fan of saying from one thing, know 10,000 things. And so, you know, by studying martial arts, it's taught me a lot of things that have nothing to do specifically with martial arts.
Absolutely.
You can even translate it to cooking, oddly enough.
Yep.
You know, they say when you get your black belt, that's really when you start learning. And so a lot of what I talk about in the book is learning the basics of cooking, and I make a couple analogies to martial arts in that.
Well, today you're going to prepare something for us that looks really interesting. Could you tell us a little bit about what we're going to have?
I love Middle Eastern food.
Oh, me too. Love it.
And Mediterranean food. So a lot of the stuff that I like to prepare has a little flavor from those different parts of the world. What we're going to make today are spiced lamb chops over a bed of couscous with some great sautéed vegetables, some asparagus and some mushrooms. And we're going to use a couple different ingredients that maybe aren't quite as common as everybody's used to, but I'd like to introduce you to them. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a little marinade for the lamb chops. So I just start out with about half a cup of olive oil.
That's extra virgin olive oil.
This is extra virgin olive oil. Now I eyeball everything. I'm not one of those people who is sort of hard and fast on what the ingredients are. So we do that. We're going to put a little herb de Provence in, which is sort of a mix of some different herbs. There's rosemary, thyme, a little bit of red pepper. I put like a
little heat,
blast of it. Get a little heat there. Good. Also a good thermogenic to burn fat.
It sure is. Absolutely.
I put a little bit of cinnamon and a little nutmeg in, which is a little different.
That's good with your lambs and your goat meats and things like that. Absolutely.
Okay. Paprika.
Yeah, and you know, they're just minimal amounts. You're just going by eye. You know, you're not exceeding or overpowering.
You don't want to overpower with anyone.
And then you got some kosher salt.
Kosher salt. And then I put some balsamic vinegar in too. It just has a nice sweet taste as it reduces in the oven. I don't know, I put like a little drizzle there.
Nice.
Okay.
Excellent.
And then I like to put a nice healthy spoonful of garlic.
Gotta have the garlic.
Garlic's fantastic, right?
Amazing.
Mix this up.
Okay. Give it a little stir.
A little parsley for color. And then we're gonna put these in here and just sort of.
And these are chops.
These are chops. We're gonna let the marinade sort of cover all of them. Okay, give me another couple minutes here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these and we're gonna lay them out on this sheet here, which has been sprayed with a little bit of cooking spray.
So you put a little foil down for easy.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you're gonna throw these in the oven, obviously.
Throw these in the oven. I've preheated the oven to 450. 450, and really, you know, obviously you wanna serve your lamb chops medium rare.
Yes, I agree.
And you know, I kind of eyeball it, but generally speaking, about 10 minutes, and you want to turn them one time. Like I said, for about 10 minutes.
Well, we got the lamb in the oven. It's smelling great already. So now you're going to prepare some couscous?
Right, we're going to make some couscous. Couscous is a great starch. It's easy to make, but sometimes while you're cooking it, it tends to bind together, so you want to make sure that you fluff it. For my couscous, I'm going to put some garbanzo beans, some tomatoes, artichokes, olives, give it a nice savory taste. And then to balance that out, because I'm a big fan of sweet and savory, I've got some black currants. And I like to also put some chopped almonds and parsley in.
You're messing with my mind right now because it's going to taste good.
So the first thing we're going to do, you know, a lot of couscous recipes call for using water. I like to use chicken stock. I just think it gives it a nice savory flavor. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 3 cups of chicken stock in because we're going to use 2 cups of couscous. It's sort of a 1 to 1.5 ratio.
1 to 1.5.
So turn that on high, and we're going to let that start to steam. A little hint of
Coconut?
Coconut, of course.
That's gonna be good.
That's gonna be real good.
See, you're the kind of chef that I like.
I just sort of throw it.
Get creative though.
Right?
Yeah. You're doing a lot of good combos. I like it. I'm excited.
You like that, huh?
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna let that sort of start to heat up, then I'm gonna put the spices in. Let's take these, okay.
Whoa, yeah, there you go.
Oh man, these are gonna be beautiful. So we're gonna flip these over, and you know, these are probably gonna be done pretty quick. You don't wanna let these overcook because they really do taste best when they're medium rare. So I'm gonna give these like another 60 seconds. All right, these babies are probably ready. We don't wanna burn ourselves.
They are ready.
Oh, these look fantastic. Okay. We're just gonna plate these here, let them cool down while we finish the couscous and do our vegetable side, and then we're gonna put everything together, plate it, garnish it, eat it. We've got the spices mixing with the chicken broth. Okay, we're just starting to get a boil here. So I'm just gonna give this a little stir. Put the couscous in. Okay,
You definitely want to stir it when you
definitely want to stir it for sure. So I'm gonna actually let this go for just another minute or two before I turn it off and then cover it, and then the steam is ultimately what finishes cooking it.
Very good.
At this point, I like to put some of my ingredients in because the heat really brings out the flavor. Garbanzo beans.
They're my friend, and they're my enemy, if you know what I mean.
Again, give it a stir. Now you can already see that the couscous is starting to cook, so I'm gonna turn this off because we're gonna just let it steam.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my artichokes in.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna put my black olives. You can use black olives, green olives, capers, nice, healthy couple of pinches of parsley in there, good for the blood. Put some nuts in there.
Oh yeah, those are sliced almonds, right?
Sliced almonds. So I like to put my spices in at the end here. Again, we're gonna put some salt. We're gonna put some cinnamon, not too much.
Nice, this is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, that's gonna be good stuff. A little nutmeg, and these are very similar to the marinade spices. A lot of these are the same for the marinade spices for the lamb, but you get a very different taste.
And what's that? Is that cayenne or what?
This is a little smoked paprika.
Smoked paprika. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna give it another stir, and then I'm gonna start the vegetables.
Okay.
Again, you want to make sure you're stirring this, not letting it get gloppy, because the couscous does tend to bind together. We're gonna let that keep going for a few seconds. And
Get your lid over there, I think, with the.
oh yes, great. Got the lid right here.
Good for your stir fry.
Perfect. So now what we're gonna do, turn that on, get a nice even flame going. I'm gonna use some coconut oil. Very healthy, very healthy. So we have just a simple mix of vegetables. I got some red onion, some asparagus, cabbage and mushrooms.
Yeah.
There we go. We're gonna throw these in here. Cover everything.
You're a pretty good guy at multitasking because working on General Hospital, I mean, how many pages of script do you have a day, you were telling me?
Man, you know, sometimes we have to learn as much as 40, 50 pages of dialogue a day, and it's a lot, but you know, that's the job. Well, you know, I've actually just come back to General Hospital about a month ago. I was on Bold and the Beautiful and Young and the Restless
you've
before
been
that.
in the business.
But yeah. And you know, a lot of times in daytime, you're saying the same dialogue basically again and again for a couple weeks, because if somebody doesn't tune in on Monday,
right,
you want them to know what's going on Wednesday.
Kind of catch them up as they go.
You know, the challenge becomes, how do I make the same basic information continue to sound original and interesting?
Right. Well, Sean, looks like everything's cooked. Time to plate.
All right, time to plate it. This is the best part, because you're just about where the eating part comes in.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take some of my couscous, make a nice bed for the lamb chops, and we're gonna put one right there, like that. I like to garnish this with a little bit of little parsley on the plate. Put a little of that right there.
Right on. Is this gorgeous or what?
Siamo pronti a mangiare. We're ready to eat.
That's what we learned in Italy, huh?
Yeah.
So
that's it, man.
Love it. Well, now, Sean, we're gonna make a little dessert, huh?
Yeah, this is gonna be really simple, and it's gluten-free.
Nice.
So what we're gonna do is make a pumpkin parfait. We're gonna start out with some gluten-free Chex Mix, real simply. You just throw them in a nice little parfait.
You ever had this with ice cream?
I don't, but you could.
You could.
And to make the pumpkin, what you need to do is just get some pumpkin in a can.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like first.
Okay. Little condensed milk, right?
Condensed milk, an egg,
Okay.
and Splenda.
And then you just stir it up.
Stir it up.
And then you bake it for a little bit.
Bake it.
And it looks like this.
And it looks like this.
So this is whipped cream that you made up.
You gotta be a little careful, because you don't want to do what I just did, which is get it all over the side of the glass. And there you go, just sort of layer it in there.
Sure.
A little more.
Then we had a pipette over here up to the side, which is a bag, and you just put a little whipped cream in here.
Do you want to do the honors?
Yeah, sure. Let me see what we got here. Let's see if I can make it pretty. So we'll go around like this, like this.
Not your first rodeo, pal.
Yeah, you know, whatever. I can't memorize 60. How many pages of script?
Exactly, right?
Yeah, they can't
And
do that. And that's not as pretty as the one
pretty good there, huh?
your lovely
Exactly.
wife made. Now that's how it's supposed to look.
Exactly, right? And you know, you can garnish it with cinnamon, with nutmeg. You can put whatever you like on top. Throw it in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Let it get a nice little chill, or eat it hot with the pumpkin being hot if you like it like that. It's easy.
Yeah, kind of nice. Well, now we have a special treat because we're going to bring the crew in, your family,
Right.
and they're going to help us taste this food. And this is like a common thing around the household, huh? Everybody eating together?
It is. It is.
the best,
we like to
right?
get in here. We like to cook. Either I'm doing it or Michelle's doing it, and let's see what they think.
Well, here we are with the crew. Wow, big crew here.
Big family, huh?
Who do we have here?
This is Giovanna.
Hello.
Aunt Sophie, my wife Michelle, Peter, Juliet, and Simone.
Hey, you ready? You okay with this food? All right, well, let me try it first. Make sure it's okay. I'm gonna cut a little of this. I'm sure it is, but cut a little of the lamb. I'm gonna taste it. Oh my gosh.
Is it good?
It's safe to eat, guys. Very good. The coconut oil and salt, you guys.
So simple.
Coconut oil and salt is insane for vegetables. Healthy and delicious.
You can't screw them up.
You can't screw them up. This is amazing. And you guys are the test kitchen, right?
Yeah.
And you don't mind at all, do you?
No.
Well, thanks for having us to your household. Thank you so much. Your home is lovely and your children are lovely. And thanks so much for having us here.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for being with us. And until next time, just remember to enjoy.